a market we had last week. So the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.75%, which is in line with the expectations after the increase in inflation the week before. But it's what Jerome Powell said. He said that we will need to continue to raise rates for longer, and that is not what the market expected to hear. And that caused the market to tank on Wednesday, which it's been pretty bearish the whole week due to the inflation numbers that came out the week before. And that has made it very difficult for me to achieve decent amount of income this week. So, for those who are new, there is a playlist down below where the goal is to make over $1,000 a week over the next 52 weeks with the capital of $125,000. So I'm doing weekly videos tracking this information. So if you want to look at the history and where we are today and how we got to this position, I suggest checking that video or playlist out below. So we'll go through where we are year to date, how we did for week 9, and then we'll look at the trades, because for those who have been watching this religiously will know that my available balance available to trade is now less than 20k, which is around where it was last week. So I have placed another trade, and I'll go through all my trades, and we'll look at the charts as well on my reasoning of what I've done, because now this is starting to get hard now. Whereas before, even though I was behind, the market, especially Tesla, was trending up. Now Tesla's also tanked as well, where majority of my income is coming from at the moment, which again is going to make it harder. So let's go into all the details, where if we start with the year to date, we are now 4 figures behind, down 12% on where we need to be. We need to be at 9.2, we're at 8.1. I'm not too concerned about this. It's more and more concerned about where the market's going. And, obviously I'm running out of money. Not running out of money is the wrong word. Whereas I've not been assigned any options yet. So even if I am assigned, I can start selling covered calls and all that good stuff. So I can make money in either direction. So I'm not too worried about that. It's just I'd rather not yet be assigned, because I still think the market's going to drop further. So if we have a look over here in week 9, so I made $844, and we'll go into the trades shortly. It's not my lowest week. My lowest week at the moment is still 610 in week 3. But the market conditions weren't that bad, and I still had Meta, which was nowhere near the money at the time. I believe it was Tesla that kind of caused me a bit of problems. But right after that, Tesla went all the way back up, which made it very comfortable for that week. So, we are where we are with it, 18% down, $185. We missed the target. I could have made it, but I wanted to be a bit more safe. And again, we'll go into the reasons why. And again, I put an hour on this one because I had to think on what to do and pick my strike carefully for Tesla, as well as decide on how to manage my Meta situation. So let's go talk about Meta first, because I did place another option on Meta. So we've got 3 rows here for Meta, where generally I've been doing 2 rows or 1 row as I stopped trading Meta for a little bit. And what we had was in week 8, we sold the 160 for over $1,000. Now, Meta has tanked since then, and Meta is currently trading at $140, $146, up slightly pre-market, which is always a good sign for me. And you can see here that I had to buy back the option for just under $2,000. So if you look at that, I was down 978 from that perspective. So what I did is I rolled down in strike and out in expiration by a week. But what you will notice, for the first time ever in this series, I didn't roll for a net credit. It costed me, what was that? It costed me $250 to place this trade. So I received $250 back in, took risk off the table, but I've lost $250. So this 848 includes that 250, right? So I didn't want to go in with the 250 loss, because that will significantly dent my overall weekly target. So what I did is I opened a brand new put at the 135 strike, expiring the same this Friday, September 30th, and I received $1.94, so $194 for this trade. So if we net out all three of them, the three trades I did, I was down $56, which is a lot better than being down $250. And so if we head over to the chart of Meta, you can see here that I've got the 157.50 expiring September 30th, and then I've got the 135 put expiring September 30th as well, which is slightly at the money. We've got about $5.50 to kind of play with before it gets there. And the reason why I've done this put option is because I feel I can manage this. Because if we look at where we are on the 4 hour chart, you know, Meta's just keeps going down. We are now at oversold areas, and so last three times, if we look here, the last three times we've been oversold, we've had that move up over here, we've had that move up over here. I'm expecting a little bit of a move up, so I'm expecting this put option to expire worthless, and really this put option was just to fund the debit. And that's what I'm probably going to need to do, because what I'm going to do again is if Meta starts to go up, it's going to be easier to roll this one down to the 155 or something along those lines. So the plan here is to really have two open positions on Meta at any one time now. I could have accepted assignment, but I didn't want to do it at the 157. If I anywhere in the 150 or below, I probably would have been more happy taking assignment on these shares and then having another put while selling covered calls on this particular one here. So that's because, again, I can't cost average in with my premium because I'm taking my premium out to go and fund my lifestyle and to pay for my bills and stuff. So this is a different type of one where I'm actually withdrawing the premiums to then pay for stuff. So the only way I can cost average in is if I get another put between these two strikes to get my cost average down. But which is why I'm reluctant to accept shares unless I'm early assigned. I don't think it will happen, but you never know these things. So that's why I'm looking at the moment just to use this put to fund any potential debits to move this strike down, because I do think it has to have some sort of pullback before, even if it does continue to go down, just enough for me to either get out of this trade or to roll this strike all the way down to here. That gives me some managing. And that's one thing about puts is that if it goes down really fast, which is what it did, it went down the whole week. I can't remember when the week started, but when you go down really, really fast, it's very hard here to roll. I could have rolled this out for a month. I still think I was paying a net debit. But I didn't want to leave it for a month. I wanted to be in control with the week expiration to be able to manage this. And again, use this put to fund any debits on this put. And I couldn't fund all of it because, as you've seen, I'm down by $56. But like I said, it's better than a 250 loss. So that is the method that I've gone through to manage this position. Now, if Meta drops again by another 10%, I'm in some trouble. I'm not going to lie to you. I need to either take debits and have really short weeks here, or I accept assignment and then start selling covered calls below my cost basis. So again, we'll cross that bridge if we get there, but that's how I'm managing this kind of Meta position at the moment. So I now have two puts on, one at the 157.50 and one at the 135, both expiring the 30th of September. I'm shooting this on Monday the 26th pre-market, so we've got 5 days now for this particular thing. So that is Meta. Any questions, again, let me know. Tesla, same situation really. Tesla dropped. I had the 290, and then I bought it back for sold it for 975, bought it back for 1100, and then this one I was fortunate enough to be able to roll down by $5 and still obtain a $900 net credit. So that's where we get the price of 844 when you take all the debits from Meta, the net debit from Meta plus the credits from Tesla, that gives you your 844 that we have here. So Tesla wasn't rocket science. It was just trying to get a balance between trying to make as much money as I could while rolling down my strike. So again, as you can see here, Tesla, sorry, has again been dropping down. We've got some nice little resistance at the 268 level pre-market. What is it? 273. Again, we're now $10 behind here. So again, we really need Tesla to do something. But again, if you look at historics of Tesla, when we get near these lows, it makes a move up. Near enough the lows, we make a move up. So again, if we get one of these things, we're expecting a little pop up. That's all I need is a pop in the right timing to be able to roll this. So it really depends on how the situation is over here. And again, there was no logic behind my strike. It was literally just to get it down as much as I possibly could within a week to, again, still make $900 and to put some food on the table or money on the table here. If I manage 844 times by 4, what's that? Just having a look here. It's still there. You guys know my goal is to make $2,500 a month minimum, just to at least pay for the bills and things like that. Will make things a bit tighter, but I think overall, I'm expecting the bleed to at least slow down, or best case to stay flat. If it stays flat, then that gives me another week then to continue to roll down and out on all my positions to get closer and closer to the current price, which then we just need a little bit of a good day or a pop up over the next couple of days that I can get out of these positions and just roll right down and keep going. So again, similar to Meta, both Tesla and Meta are both down. Potentially we have a triple top over here. Tried to beat this one over here on here, and it just can't pass through it. So hopefully, what I'm hoping for actually, we get some sort of a potentially we get what to do that. We might get some sort of a range or something, and I'm in kind of low end of that range. I don't know. I need to see where the weekly pivots end up when the market opens, just to see it opens in 5 minutes. So I'll check those ones out. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. Again, the full playlist is up there, the wheel strategy is up there, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm still in the game, 844, only 18% down, 1,000 9 weeks into the challenge. So it's not the end of the world. Let's just hope for a better week this week, and I shall see you guys in the next video.